Hi everybody, welcome to the channel for a new battle report. This time another practice game against Shizu, who was playing Demon Legion. My list, so changed slightly something. I took out the BSB 18 to put some banner discipline in the list, meaning this unit is a bit more independent and I have a bit more safety in shooty matchup on my main unit, which is nice. The rest didn't move much. I guess just added, I think, shooty weapon on the Great Khan. Shizu was playing the following list. He has a Kulima Deceiver in a big block of Myrmidon with Annihilating Joe, a Harbinger on a Great Beast of Prophecy, 10 Lemures, 10 Imps, 2 shooty Orb Harvester that are monsters, so they are really strong, I felt. Chaff Piece, the 5 Veil Serpent, who had some magic to the list, and 3 units of Bloodflies with the champion. We play randomly Marching Column and Breakthrough, and below you have the spell selection. I took all Pyro spell plus the Frenzy Bait one, which I felt is interesting, and also is at the same time an interesting combat buff for me. And he took obviously what he has to take with the Protean magic, and Twisted Effigies, Mighty Unbeliever were the sensitive choice here in this matchup. Matchup analysis, so he has one big Death Star with roll to wounds, and the rest is MSU. I need to use Pyro to reduce the Myrmidon number before I can engage them. Hope Harvester as the main threat in the matchup. I need to minimize their shooting, use cover, threaten with Savage Fury. Break the Spirit, Marching Column, playing first would be nice, obviously, to get some board control and see some of his deployment. If I win the side, then I need to use the cover to reduce Hope Harvester effects. Estimation is drawish. Deployment went as the following. I won the roll for side, and as you can see, there is nothing big difference in this. It's a very similar map, which I don't like much, to be honest. I like the, because usually to start is often an advantage, then I think the map should also be an advantage in some form to compensate that turn 1 effect a little bit. In this case, not the case, because the map is very similar or symmetrical with no big impact. You have nothing really blocking line of sight in the middle, except a hill. So he decided to start from the left. I decided to hide a bit my intention and start from the right. He put Imps down, Lemures, Imps, and Hope Harvester here, and my 3 first drop were Tribesman, and the Frost Mammoth. And after that he dropped the first turn, putting the character on the left, the 3 flies, all the flyers in the middle actually, Myrmidon here on the right, and here Sirens and second Orb Harvester. I decided to make a strong right and just deploy the Giant on the left, try to stall his advance and threaten his 2 scoring here. So I put here the Combat Merc-Vets, the Death Star, the Shooty Merc-Vets, and the Chaff Piece here. Basically my idea, if we speak from a macro level, if I can get through this unit and win the right flank, he has only 2 scoring units on the left. I have multiple scoring units on the right, so I need to win the right flank, and if I win that, I win the battle, because I can get through and win the breakthrough as well. So that was what I tried to do in this matchup. I felt some of his units are out of the game. I could potentially use the Giant to make some march check and maybe reduce a little bit, and if I can fight unit one after the other, it could be nice. So we will see if my game plan works or not, and obviously I minimize his turn 1 shooting. As you can see, I'm a bit further away from the starting line. His turn 1, he pushes forward, uses the hill to not get seen, or just was outside the charge range. In Magic Phase, Dispel Twisted Effigy, but he got Raven's Wing on this Hope Harvester to be in shooting range of the Merc-Vet. And he was able to get in Magic Phase as well End of Heaven, which did 5 hits, strength 6, did 4 wounds to the Merc-Vets. And with the Hope Harvester hitting on a 5+, he did another 5 wounds. So crazy. I lost already 3 Merc-Vets, full Merc-Vets, before I started the game, which is huge, because now my right flank is not as strong as I would have expected in the game, and now I need to have somehow the Death Star supporting that while I'm getting pushed by multiple units here towards the left. So it's not going to be easy. My turn 1, I slide to the side. I felt I'm a bit too far away from the side actually. I could have deployed better. Use the Frost Mammoth here as a bait. The rest just shuffle a bit around and move away with the Giant. I was out of shooting and a spear range turn 1. Magic Phase got 2d6 rank 4, kill some Sirens, but not all, kill only 3. Shooting, I did 3 wounds on flies, and that was it. His turn 2, he pushes me forward, so he chaffs me with flies, push with the rest, push with the Sirens here, use them as chaff before they die. I didn't suffer anything from the DTs. and I dispel in close combat Smite the Unbeliever to reduce his shooting ability on the Frosty, but he was able to get, no, he failed this time, the big Hand of Heaven on 2 dice, and with shooting, wounding me on 6 up, he did 4 wounds to my Frosty. So Hope Harvester, I mean, crazy rolls here. 5 wounds turn 1 and now 4 wounds, wounding on 6 up. That's way too much. I mean, my Frosty is already dead, more or less, so that's a big issue. My turn 2. I decided to move back here, move the Great Khan in the unit to form a strong unit to really stop his advance. Move away with Giant to, yeah, look at his left flank and tell him, I want you to turn around some of these threats now that I can fight with this unit in the middle. Move here a bit back, so I need to cover the angles, cover the push of the Myrmidon and so on. But as you can see, he's able to use the heal against me, and my Death Star has no line of sight, cannot really push because of the multiple units he has around, so I have no good choice here. The Frosty, since I'm near death, I decided to charge here. I moved the Pyro Mage here to get line of sight on the Myrmidon, need to reduce them. And yeah, here just got the charge with the intention of overrunning because I'm close to the rest. So if I die here, that's some crazy 7 panic check with no reroll. I don't like that. So I want to overrun, create something, maybe charge after with something, we will see. In the magic phase, I get Fireball, kill 3 Myrmidon, another one, kill another 3. He dispelled 2d6, strength 4. And with shooting, I did 2 wounds to the character. Nearly kill him, but didn't. He survived on 1 wound. And close combat, killed those guys, overrun on a 9. And stayed in front. His turn 3 decided not to charge and didn't move. Was just ready to continue to shoot me. Move those guys a bit back. He pushes me with the fly, so chaff me, double chaff, prepare some counter charge. But he decided to turn around here. So I move away with the character on 1 wound remaining. Just to look at me and turn around with the Hope Harvester, which is what I wanted. Some units basically have their attention on the Giant, while I can try to get rid of the flying threats in the middle. So we will see. I'm a bit splitting his line. Some unit here looking there, 2 units looking on the right, 4 units on the left, which is what I want here. In the magic phase, also worth mentioning, he failed a march check on something to chaff me. I don't know where. I don't know where he failed a march check, to be honest. In the magic phase, I dispel -1 resilience, but then he got Hand of Heaven, 7 hits, strength 6 on the Frosty and kill me on 2 dice, so very annoying. Hasn't to shoot at all, then he gets a Raven Swing on 2 dice, is able to move forward, shoot at them, so very annoying, and he gets on 1 dice a Spear on the Giant, did 2 wounds, so the magic really hurts. With shooting, I did 1 save from the Hymns, and he did 3 wounds to the Giant. With what? With Hope Harvester. And another wound to the Merc with Hope Harvester. That wasn't so successful this time on a 5-up. But yeah, I'm really bleeding from the range damage. So I need to react. My turn 3. I charge here with the intention of overrunning. He has only 2 flying units that can counter charge me. I'm going to be steadfast, and I have here a counter charge set up in place that he cannot chaff. Here I'm keeping the position, continue to reducing those guys. Again, the Giant comes hiding here, and here I'm moving forward, try to bait him to charge me. In the magic phase, I failed to break the battle focus. I wanted to frenzy bait him basically, so I failed that spell. I failed the +1 resilience. He dispelled hereditary, and I only got a fireball on the Myrmidon that did 2 wounds, so not great in comparison to his magic phase. And I one-shot those guys, but with the toxic attack he did 5 wounds to the Merc Vets, which is again a lot, and I overrun into this combat, so we'll see how that goes. His turn 4 decided to double counter charge me, going to be really interesting. Put the Hope Harvester back in the right way, him as well, and turn around here trying to break through. Move the remaining Myrmidon on the hill to threaten my counter charge, but I have a chaff in place, as you can see. Didn't move with the Hope Harvester, continue to shoot without moving. In the magic phase, I Binding Scroll Smite the Unbeliever. He got reroll to hit, roll an 18 with 4 dice on them, couldn't dispel that. On 1 dice he tried Hand of Heaven, failed that, and I dispelled the +2 weapon skill. Shooting, he did 5 wounds to those tribesmen that passed panic check. And then close combat here. I managed to do 0 wounds with all the impact, the 3 model impacting this unit. And I really rolled poorly. And his Siren go crazy and did 8 wounds, which is not expected. So I ended up being just steadfast, but I expected to have a lot more wounds remaining. I didn't do much. I did only 5 total with me charging this unit. This is not great at all. And furthermore, since I didn't do anything on the Siren, I tried to attack the champion but didn't kill him. He was able to make a column here, blocking me in a way that I couldn't charge in a good way. We solved it a bit quickly and made up that I couldn't maximize more, but I don't know if I could have done maybe a bit better because the champion died. Yeah, the champion is not here. Yeah, because he needed to nudge a bit. And basically we ended up like that. I couldn't maximize more than that. I made the wheel straight at the beginning, and maybe if I start by moving straight and then wheeling after, I could have done a bit better. I don't know about that. Tried to charge with the giant, but failed that charge on the 8, which was a very important one. Here I chaff him, chaff that, push a bit here, push a bit that. Yeah, I don't have much remaining, so this is going to be the main combat. In the magic phase, I got Hereditary in the close combat here in the middle. Fireball did 2 wounds to the Myrmidon. Yeah, I think also the round before, it's worth mentioning here the fact that I only got Rod of Battle and no -1 to wound, because I had really poor phase with failing battle focus, failing +1 resilience on 3 dice, and Hereditary Dispel on 3 dice as well, meant that I was in big trouble because I only had battle focus in, but nothing more than that. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm in trouble here in the middle. Yeah, I was telling you, I got Fireball, killed 2 Myrmidon, 2d6 strength 4, dispelled on the Myrmidon, and I failed a Fireball on 1 dice against the Myrmidon. Close combat, another crazy thing happened. 1 Serpent with 3 attack managed to do 3 wounds on the Shaman on 4+4+, 4+ rollable 4+. So yeah, a bit crazy because it's my Shaman with the Ligatongue, and if he dies, it's a bit annoying because I need that to make the Bruiser capable to fight in other combats after. So really annoying. I win by 4. He ended up crumbling a bit. He failed to pass 1 of the check. Still have some wounds remaining, and I reformed that way. He's turn 5. He failed that charge, luckily for me, with the Hope Harvester on 8. Charge the chaff, didn't move here, continued to shoot me, and the rest here. He attempted to charge my flank. I was a bit surprised by that. He has only like 4 attack to try to kill me on a 3+4+. If he doesn't, then I have like 11 attack back to kill him. So I felt it's a bit risky. We'll see how that goes. This one was, I think, on a 6. I dispel -1 resilience in close combat, and then I got, yeah, on those guys to avoid the crazy shooting phase. Then I got +2. He got +2 weapon skill here and reroll to hit on them as well. Shooting, he did 6 wounds on the Mercvrets here, so they are almost dead. As you can see, my Shaman moved out of the way. And then close combat, yeah, the Serpent managed to kill the Shaman, so I don't have any Ligatongue left. He killed my BSB as well. So the fact that I wasn't able to maximize the charge last round is huge, because I could have easily crumbled them last round. I wouldn't have been in combat anymore, and then my BSB would have potentially survived. So it's really, really annoying. So now I lose the BSB plus the Shaman, meaning I don't have any more good combat buff. I'm losing 2 combat buff. I'm losing the Ligatongue, which is huge. So I'm in big trouble. I still ended up just popping everything because I did so much combat result here, wounds wise, and then attack, and he kills my BSB, but I kill everything here around. My turn, so I need to decide now. I have some free pivots, so I need to decide what to do. And I decided to, yeah, that's just the stat from him against the giant. So as you can see, it's like 41% chance that he kills me, but yeah, 60% chance that he doesn't, and then I can just kill him. So I felt it's a bit risky, this one. My turn 5, lots of charges. I completely forgot that he had a 9-ing Joe, which means he is on 2 up, 3 up rollable, everything rollable. A bit harsh combat without the Ligatongue, without the Pyromage that is out of the unit. So I think it's a crazy charge. Other than that, yeah, here I had very good opportunity to attempt a triple charge. And actually, if I made all 3 and get through him, as you can see, I can get to the breakthrough last round. So I felt this huge opportunity that he left me. I failed this one on 8. Unfortunately, this one was pretty much automatic, and the Great Khan goes here. I think here's the right choice would have been just to charge the Bruisers here against him, kill that. He sees nothing with them. Yeah, that would have been the right choice. So I made here a huge mistake by taking this charge. Completely forgot about that. What happened in magic phase? Fireball killed the mage here. Killed the character here. And then I got he dispel hereditary. I felt here. Yeah, I think he dispelled all my buff, or maybe I got -1 to wound, we will see. And then close combat, I did well with the bruisers, but I still ended up losing by 2. I killed almost all the Myrmidons, but he killed more than on my unit. And therefore, I was breaking. I felt the check. I don't have BSB, I don't have the Great Can, so it's check on 6. As you can see, what didn't motivate me to charge with the Mergvets in this combat is the fact that the Kulima is right here, and it would have just strike and kill my Mergvets before I'm able to strike. And by charging only with the Bruisers, I was able to put the champion in base contact, meaning Kulima kills the champion, but that's it. So yeah, but like I said, the right choice was to charge here on the left. I did, I think, 1 wound here, but nothing. He passed the check, so here I didn't want it. I break here, he pursue, catch me on double 6, get me, and is going to be able to charge that. And here I did really shit. He's able to one-shot the tribesman. I did pretty much nothing on him, so yeah, that was disappointment as well. You have here all the stats. I think here it's on the right. Yeah, he was able to do the 10% chance of one-shotting the tribesman here. And here it's below what I did. I did like, that's the Mergvets, 3 wounds total, nothing here, so it was a draw. I had a charge and a banner, so he lost by 1. But that's it, so it's not much. I think he failed the check, but he still has like 4 wounds left. And I lost the scoring and I failed the charge, so... But yeah, as you can see, I should have 1 more. And definitely if I get the last charge in, I have good chances of, if you roll more average, I have good chances of just going through in 1 round and getting the breakthrough. So I think it's huge. And this is the one here on the left. He did 12 wounds on 13 attack. Yeah, I mean 2+ rollable, 3+ rollable. That's it. I mean it's way too strong against me. And this was, I don't know what, 3 wounds on something. I don't remember. And yeah, here as you can see, I did nothing. He did 1 wound on me. I had the charge, so it was a tie. So it's a big disappointment here for the Great Khan. His turn. So here we start. He charged me. What's going to happen? You get reroll to hit on this combat, just kill my mage in the duel. He kills the Great Khan that had 2 wounds left. So in 2 rounds of close combat, he was able to get what he needed. As you can see, it's like 31% chance of killing the Great Khan in 2 rounds. For me, the big one is the charge on the first round that I put here. I put down all the damage that I would have done in 2 rounds, but on the charge I have some impacts and then some attack. And here I need him to fail the steadfast basically and to do more wounds. So I have good chance of going through. I knew it was yeah, it was risky. I should have charged with the bruisers. I would have get rid of him. The Myrmidon do nothing, and then I still ended up, because of what happened here on the right, I still ended up losing on the secondary no matter what. And here I just did 1 wound onto his guy here. It's very disappointing what happened in close combat. I ended up losing big, 2 to 18, because he killed my general, killed the BSB, killed all the mages, the bruisers, and so on. I don't have much left on the table. Has the Kulima, 2 or 3 Myrmidons, the 2 scoring here, 1 Hope and half of the second Hope that ended up surviving against the Mergvets. And that's it. So it's a bloody fight, a big loss for me. Could have turned out a bit differently, I felt. But the matchup was really complicated against these 2 Hope Harvesters that it just ended up doing too much from range damage early in the game. My deployment was not optimal. I wasn't able to stop his scoring or put mine in his deployment. I was behind macro-wise after deployment. I think if you look at turn 1, you see I'm not in a good shape. I'm not strong enough in the right flank. So my game plan wasn't going to be a success. And the hill was way too annoying for me. So I think also the choice of the part of the map was maybe, the side of the map was maybe not the best. I don't know. I could have also tried to deploy more on the left to tell him, after I saw the first 2 scoring, try to go heavily on the left. Even with the impassable, could have been better to stop 2 scoring and try to get mine. Early range damage reduced my options, definitely. The spike on the first 2 turns was huge. And basically my Mergvets were not in a position to threaten the Myrmidon anymore. Turn 4, Demon Legion. open taken without huge risk to go into these counter charges work way better than expected thanks to the Veil Serpent rolling crazy. Turn 4 Ogre can, yeah, wheeling later maybe allows me to get more models in close combat, but I should have anticipated better his reform. I didn't expect him to kill so much to be able to nudge and then chaff, more or less chaff me. I expected to do more than that, so I was a bit disappointed here. Maybe I could have done better by putting a bit more space between the dogs and the Death Star to make something better. Turn 5 Dim Legion, I think that's his main mistake, the fact that he allows me to get a triple charge on the right Orb Harvester that could have made me break through. And my turn 5, that was a big mistake for me. I completely forgot about a 9-inch Joel could have charged easily with the bruises into the Orb Harvester, kill it with the Great Can, and get some good point and save all the point from the Death Star, more or less, or at least the bruises and the Great Can, most likely. And yeah, I missed the Shaman in the close combat against the Myrmidon. I missed the Breast Weapon, I missed the Ligatong. I think it's a completely different fight if I get those two guys in combat, because that's 2d3 or yeah, a couple of impact hit more. Then that's -1 to hit for him. And that's a Breast Weapon more, so it's huge. I mean, it's really huge. I missed that definitely in this close combat. Guys, that's all. So very excited battle. I didn't play it perfectly, but very interesting to get some trainings on Marching Column. And yeah, it's a scary dim list. I think he made a better game than me towards the end, except that mistake on the Orb Harvester, but he wasn't punished for it. And the Orb Harvester were really good in this close combat, so we're still able to win the close combat on the right, which I didn't expect. So it's a nice battle with some combat. I hope you liked it, and talk to you soon on the channel. Bye.